You know, I mean, you know, in America, you know, that we really don't do that, but you know, that require, well, it's illegal, but you know, requires us to kill a dog, and then that's gonna be the solution to your problem. That is not doing anything for the psyche of the person. Exactly. That is not engaging them. That's like putting a bandage, because guess what? That same problem could come right back again.
Exactly.
See?
Exactly.
So even if you focus on the moral or the problem statement then of what came out in the Odu, that's why it's important that people know these Odus.
The point I'm trying to make is that, you know, when we speak of money, a lot of people outside the U.S., you go to see the spiritual worker because you don't have the money for the conventional type of, I don't know if conventional, what you don't have the money to see a doctor or a therapist
like a lawyer. Say you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're getting ready to go to jail. They're going to lock you up, and you don't have the money to pay a lawyer. Okay, go ahead. So you're making that point. Is the money?
Yeah, they go see the spiritual worker because, you know, it's less money. Just like you said, if you can't afford the lawyer, you might go see a paralegal or somebody who has, you know, maybe the same, you know, they've worked close with them. They have a lot of knowledge about the law. They can help you still. But you go to the spiritual worker because it's supposed to be less. But when they give you this big price for all the spiritual work, you might as well have gone to the hospital. You know, you understand what I'm telling you? You might as well have gone to see the medical doctor.
And that is if you want just to have, because I'm pro for the divination. Why I'm pro the divination is because the divination helps you with your spiritual development, and not just the spiritual development, with your mental health and your physical health. Divination can help you with all of that. So you can't just expect to get divination one time and fix everything in your life. But when people come in crisis, that's how they feel. But they must know that same thing can happen again, because they didn't fix anything. Maybe they patched it up spiritually. Yeah, they patched it up, but then mentally they did the same thing that put them back in the same environment. Like, it's, for instance, like when the people get the beads and they're told that these beads are to protect them from certain things. Here go the drug boy. He put the beads on and he go out, go sell drugs, and then they say, well, but you know, don't go there, because if you know, don't go there, because if you go there, you know, this is what's going to happen, you know. But they figure, well, they got the beads now, so they can go there, and then next thing you know, here come the popo and arrest them. See what I mean?
I do.
So
I do.
So when people get a divination, and because you know you're looking to get better mentally, physically, spiritually, you're trying to get better with this advice that you're getting from the divination. So when it comes to the ebo, and sometimes it's not even an ebo, maybe it's like, for instance, like what we call arimu, you know, an offering, something that you neglected doing that maybe you should be doing, you know, like maybe lighting a candle, you know, putting a glass of water, you know, something very, very simple that can change your whole life, you know, burning some incense in your house, or, you know, something that can change your whole situation. And people don't understand how all of these things are connected when they come in this rush to get a problem solved and expecting a miracle to happen. You see?
And I see that too, because like my spiritual worker, she had said to me to make sure that before I do the next spiritual work, or before I call the spirit to clean the area with incense. And it was something so simple, you know, to the kind that you burn on the charcoal, not that stick stuff.
Yeah, the charcoal one, yeah.
Yeah, to clean the area with incense in between before you call the spirit. You know, something very simple, but that it does not work that way in Ifa. That's not how they give you your spiritual advice. They have to go get a you know.
Well, a lot of that has to do. A lot of that, okay. A lot of that has to do with, and when you say one, you got to say two. A lot of it has to do with the withholding of knowledge and information, not teaching people certain things. Now, and I'm going to say it like that because, say, I go for dividend. I'm a see it, do it type of person.
Mm-hmm.
I got to see it. Once I see it, that's the way that I can learn. You can't just tell it to me out of your mouth, and I learn like that. I learn by seeing and doing, So,
yes.
So here it is now. Some people, you could tell them, do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this can happen. And they will do it that one time, okay? But they wouldn't try to repeat it over time so they can get that result, okay? They just figure it, it's just for this one time, blah, 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 And it's something so very, very simple. All these rituals and things that we do.
When you go to a spiritual worker and they give you a ritual, for example, it's yours. It's yours for life. Anytime you have that problem again, you do it again, it's going to work for you because the Spirit gives it to you.
That's very good advice. That's very good
and
advice.
And you paid for it, so it's yours.
People don't know that.
They don't take it back. They give it to you. If you have the same situation again, you need to do the same thing they tell you to do. Or if you go to the spiritual worker and you have a problem, and usually the Spirit, when it mounts, it look at you and say, okay, you have a problem on your stomach. You don't have to say, I have a problem in my stomach. The Spirit see you. They know it.
They're
going to tell you,
yes.
Yes, they're going to tell you, take this herb, and do whatever. When you have this problem again in your stomach, you can do that again, and you're gonna, or sometimes you never have this problem come back.
Very, very good. You see, that's very good, and that's very good advice for people out there that are listening, because a lot of people, they don't understand that that's the way how you would progress and involve some of the spiritual things in your life. A lot of people don't involve the spirituality in their life. They look at their life as just the physical body and the mental and their mind, and that's it. They don't think that they need to incorporate a lot of, doing spiritual things, in their life,
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, but I just in closing for me, I feel like you need to find the type of divination that works for you. Like you said, if you have an emergency situation, that then maybe, okay, the spiritual worker is going to help you, but, you need some ongoing counseling, something, you need to consult the Spirit more, something, But like I said, you need to find the system that works for you, because for me, consulting, first of all, if you give me my Odu, I don't need to have it every month. I can just read this Odu again. But I don't need you to go to
well, you see, okay, let me make a distinction with the Odus, because there are certain Odus, and these are basically when it comes to initiatory processes, when you actually go through this big ceremony and these elaborate rituals to become initiated, these Odus that are given to you are what is called life Odus. Okay?
Gotcha.
Sometimes,
and then there's one for your situation.
There are life Odus, and there are Odus that come out based on your situation, your life as it is at the present time. But the life Odus are those Odus that you can bet your bottom dollar that whatever that Odu says is going to pop up and surface in your life over and over and over. So you would know what to do if you see this thing trying, something that's not so pleasant, trying to, focus its head and show its ugly head in your life. You know, so that's where that is important to do. That is important. At least I am a proponent for people to find out their destiny or do. It don't mean that you're going to have to go and get initiated as a full-fledged priest, because I am of the mindset, and, you know, people argue this point of the Ifa Odu as an initiate of Ifa and the Odu of your destiny, of your birth Odu. You understand? I am that. Those are two different Odus. That's not the same Odu, but some people take it as one Odu, and they just go straight to Ifa, initiate, and they figure that's their destiny Odu too. But to me, and many other people, that is your Ifa Odu as a priest of Ifa. Because Ifa is a divination, is a divinatory order. It's about divination. That's what Ifa is about. It's the keeper of the secret. All the other Orishas use the same Odus from Ifa to explain, to come into the world, to explain what your process is. When you came into the world, did you come with this Orisha guardian? Did you come with this force? Do you have these sorts of attributes? Is this going to happen for you, yes or no? Is these type of illnesses you got to be careful of, yes or no? You know, husband, wife, they go through the whole life process. You see? So that's what I love about it so much. But the Ebo part, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And it can be that way. I've met many diviners, though, but there are even more that do what you said. You know, there's a lot of cost. But I've met some diviners, and they're so honorable that when it comes to the Ebo, they start with the simplest thing. They ask Ifa the simplest thing. It don't have to be no sacrificing of no blood to no animal or nothing. The simplest thing, you know, can they just, you know, get their head clean? Can they just, you know, put an offering, and that's it. Even when it comes down to the payment, they would ask Ifa, does this person pay? No. Yes, no. Yes. I've met diviners like that. Okay, that do that. The Ifa diviners, that do that. And but you know, most of them are not like that, you know.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying for people to go to Ifa diviners, you know, but Ifa is where the repository of information comes out. So you're advised for them to find what divination system fits them is good.
It has become with older, and I noticed that like in Haitian Voodoo, with older spiritual workers, the older priests and priestesses, they frown upon, you know, you setting a price and you know, you having an income from the spirituality. They frown upon that. They feel like you're not supposed to make money from voodoo. And then you see the younger spiritual workers who just come into it, and they don't look at it like that. You know, you see that in Ifa too. You know, it's like they're about their money. You know, and it's not just Ifa. It like I said, it's across the board in different African spiritualities. The younger ones, you know, even myself, I don't see why you would not, you know, earn money from it.
Well, yes. Well, we live in a monetary.
You know.
Yeah, we live in a monetary system, and time. Because I always tell people, you know, you're not paying the Orishas for nothing.
And
you're
they
paying
don't expect,
me.
they can call your phone 2:00 in the morning, and you think you don't have to pay me. You can call, you know, and I want to hear about your man 3:00 in the morning. I got to hear about your man, and you're not gonna pay me.
Yeah. So time, you know, time is the thing that we're looking at, the time and the energy that the diviner puts into, you know. So because if you go to a therapist, you know, you're gonna pay that $100 fee or how much ever it is that they charge. You're gonna pay that before you even get anything, before they even say one word to you. You're gonna pay that, and if they prescribe any medicine, you're gonna pay for that too. You see?
Exactly.
But when you